Closing coal-fired power stations was good for cutting Scotland's greenhouse gas. As the chimneys fell, this was Cockenzie 4 years ago, so did the emissions, steeply. But then not so much. The Committee on Climate Change has looked at 2017, the first year after coal. It's warned that Scotland risks missing its target.
It's not meeting its targets in the future. So far it's doing okay, but the challenge that lies ahead to get to net zero by 2045 is an immense one. It's a challenge that the Scottish Government can meet, but it involves making steps that previously we haven't made, in particular in addressing emissions from transport. Scotland set a world-leading target of achieving net zero gas emissions by 2045, 5 years before the rest of the UK. The Climate Change Committee says Scotland needs what it calls a step change in ambition to meet its steeper reduction targets. As well as transport, it says problem areas to be addressed include housing. Buildings old and new should be energy efficient. In agriculture, it says low carbon methods should be employed, more trees should be planted and carbon storing peatlands restored. As well as the urgency of climate change policy, there is the pressing issue here of credibility. Next year, world leaders will gather in Glasgow for a global summit on climate change. The Scottish Government says it welcomes the new report, calling it a massive boost to Scotland's climate change credentials, saying it agrees with the challenges set. How they're addressed will be the measure of success. James Matthews, Sky News, Glasgow.